What's keeping her?
Don't know.
Well, I better be damn hot, making me wait like a macho.
Bina found what she went looking for. She couldn't wait to scan Moorheim LaKella her new plaything. Except dear LaKella knew about it already.
Ah! Wax from the Merkins.
Welcome to Jonas Wolchers Videotek. Today we are celebrating the legendary Laurene Landon, a true icon of genre cinema. Born in Toronto but raised in US, Laurene began her journey as a model and a police academy trainee before leaping into acting. She quickly became known for her fierce energy, physicality, and unforgettable roles, from wrestlings in All the Marbles.
Presents Peter Falk. That's right. Vicky Frederick and Laurene Landon in All the Marbles.
If I had a thought, an idea for you girls, that it could be sensational.
We are not getting tattooed, Harry.
To kicking ass as Velda in I, the Jury, and battling monsters like the cop in Maniac Cop. Laurene, a trailblazer in action, sci-fi and horror. Laurene's career spans cult classics like Hundra and The Yellow Hair and The Fortress of Gold, providing she's not just an actress, but a force of nature. Beyond the screen, she's a pit bull rescuer, an award-winning lyricist, and a scriptwriter, always defying expectations.
You are my choice for mating.
But you are not mine.
Stay tuned as we dive into her incredible story. Today, she's with me at Jonas Wolchers Videotek. Welcome, Laurene.
Hello. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
It's a freeze frame. We actually had some power failures during this winter. So
yeah, it's that I hear that the internet connection is very sketchy or something like that.
Yeah.
Before it died, I don't know if it was my end or your end. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter as long as we can talk.
Enough of it.
No. I recognize those from I think it was shot. Some of the scenes in Conan were shot in the same place, and even some Western movies as well. Yes,
a lot of the early Clint Eastwood movies were filmed in Almeria.
Yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Ennio Morricone did the music. And for a fistful of dollars and a few dollars more, that Clint Eastwood did. I believe we're also done in Almeria.
Yeah.
Fortunately, years ago.
Yeah.
It was a huge set. El Condor was the set.
Yeah.
And that was for the movie El Condor. He had that built specifically for this El Condor movie that I think was a big hit. But it was filmed in Almeria.
Yeah.
So we filmed at that same incredible location for many, many months. It was 120 degrees, 115 degrees. The most beautiful desert I ever saw in my life. And it was a great honor. The greatest thrill in my life so far has been going to Spain to make that movie Hundra, which, as you know, is a matriarchal setting of, it's sort of like Red Sonja.
Yes.
And I got to do 99.9% of my own stunts in the movie. I insisted on doing them. And the director said, no, you can't do them. Do not do them. I said, get out of my way. And I did all the stunts except the one stunt falling 60, 70 feet from the tower. They wouldn't let me do that. And they did let me swing from the tower, swing on a harness back and forth. And I remember the exact date, and I screamed down, way down below to everybody. I screamed, hey, it's Thanksgiving. How come I'm committing suicide? Because it was Thanksgiving. And the only thing they had to protect us if we fell was cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
That's all you had to fall on. They didn't have any mattresses or anything. Cardboard boxes. And a lot of times when I was swinging to the left or swinging to the right, the cardboard boxes were down below, and I was swinging outside the cardboard boxes. I could see that. But, you got to pretend you're enjoying it. The whole time I'm thinking, oh God, any second now, any second. But it was so fun. I love the people there. The people of Spain were, I've said in most interviews, to the most lovely people I've ever met in my life, the most humble, until I've met you, of course. But they're lovely people, lovely people, and very supportive.
Yeah. Wow. Yes, I do have a lot of experience of stunts and in movie making.
Tar han ett sista andetag och så kommer flammorna upp och sen så går han ut och knuffar ut den här dörren på restaurangen Flame då. Sen ut kommer han brinnande från topp till tå med, jag tror lågorna var 1,5 meter över huvudet på honom. Och brann och gick omkring där. Så när han kände att antingen luften till slut eller det började bli varmt, så gick han till en speciell punkt där vi hade sagt att där lägger du honom ner om det blir. Så lägger han så ner platt ner och så kommer vi och släcker honom då med ansiktet först neråt så vi kan ta av masken så han kan andas. Men det gick bra, det var inga problem.
Yes, thanks to my friend. He's quite old now, but he worked a lot of in many movies in the United States, and his name is Lars Landon, and he played. He was in one of the Bond movies. It was one with not Pierce Brosnan, but the other guy. License to Kill.
I'm sorry?
License to Kill.
Oh, License to Kill.
Yes.
Wasn't that Timothy Dalton? No.
Yes,
No,
that was Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think the best James Bond was Roger Moore. Roger Moore and Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed in Her Majesty's Secret Service George Lazenby, because
he was the first James Bond, I believe. George Lazenby?
No, he was the second one.
Because I did a movie with him a long time ago.
Yeah.
And everybody on the set said, this is the first James Bond. George Lazenby. I just believed everybody. I didn't know.
No.
He was lovely, very lovely. He was older. But who was the first James Bond? I'm sorry.
It was Sean Connery.
Are you sure he was before?
He wasn't the first one, but he was the first one in 1962, which was the first one.
With his higher brain functions.
Captain, Mr. Dunn and Mr. Unger were sucked out and airlocked in the computer room.
Both together?
Mr. Dunn and Mr. Unger were sucked out and airlocked in the computer room.
Don't panic. Calm down, ladies. Now, are there any other problems?
Captain, we've run out of coffee.
Damn, if I told him once, I told him 100 times. Store extra coffee!
Captain, What should we do if the passengers start to panic?
All right, this is the way we're gonna play it. Mary, I want you here in case there's a full cabin press. Testa, you take the aisle here, cover Mary's weak side in case she gets double teamed.
Right. Captain, I don't think we have any alternatives.
I know you're here. I can feel them. I smell the depths of hell on you, Cora. I'm not afraid of you. You can take my life, but not my soul.
Vina Frisco. Solemn swear to enforce the regs, oversee the berthing, and rule the comb till the president comes to lead us into new tomorrow.
Solemn swear.
However, I mean, you know, you actually told me about you don't like to be put in a
Category.
yes, and I think that's a very good way of telling the audience and of course the people you are working with, because they really want to see all your qualifications.
Well, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, I've done westerns, I've done comedy, drama, sci-fi, fantasy, mystery thrillers such as I, the Jury with Armando Sante, and I've done a lot of different genres and subgenres. So when people say that I'm a scream queen, I seldom hear it, honestly. I kind of question that. I don't feel that I am a scream queen at all. I don't think I've screamed like a scream queen. I have a few friends that are scream queens, but I try to do different things all the time. I don't want to be pigeonholed or stuck into one, codified, as I mentioned, in one category.
Yes.
Because that limits you as a performer, in my estimation, anyway.
Yeah, that's something most actors are struggling with. Especially, I can see the difference between being 20-something and then turning 50. That it's not as easier to get a job.
No, it's not. You're absolutely correct. It's not. It's not easy. But I do still work. I'm very grateful that I am still working. I just finished 3 movies back to back, and I'm starting another one called Spliced in about 3 weeks for Michael Mustaskis. I did a movie for him 6 months ago called I forgot.
No.
You disappeared there. There you are. There you are.
Can you see me?
I see you.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, we have to talk about the hairspray thing because it was ridiculous amount of hairspray in.
It was insane, and the movie takes place something like 900 years in the future, after a post-apocalyptic nightmare, and the world is run by fraus, particularly me, Vina the Queena, they call me, and it's basically a fight for human survival against the Plugots.
Yeah. Yeah. The flu guards.
It was meant to be a comedy, and it's coming out soon in Blu-ray. And so, like I mentioned earlier, they came to my house about 2 months ago, and I did about an hour interview for Blu-ray.
Wow.
It's coming out. It's very fun. My roommate saw it, and he said it was hilarious. It was absolutely, he'd never seen it, and it's not intended to be serious. Some critics, everybody's a keyboard critic behind the screen. There's thousands of critics, there's thousands of bloggers that, just act like they're critics. The only critic in my estimation was, for the United States, was Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel. And they gave me phenomenal reviews for I, the Jury, and for Hundra, and another film I forget. But they didn't care about your politics at all. They could care less. They talked about culturally, aesthetically, and historically relevant the film was, if it was any good, the good qualities, the bad qualities. But they never, like they do today, if you're a Republican, nobody will talk to you, and if you're a Democrat, nobody will talk to you. They won't go see your movies. It's so ridiculous. Just go to see a movie just to see the movie. So many people cut you off completely just because of your political views.
Yeah.
And ridiculous. Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, to me, were doing interviews. And Roger Ebert, from Chicago Sun-Times, gave me a fantastic review for Hundra.
Yeah.
And he made me, at the Cannes Film Festival that particular year when I went, he named me the sex symbol of the year.
Way!
I know, I was stunned. I wasn't there to be a sex symbol. I was there as a warrior, as an athlete, because I was always growing up very, very athletic and very combative, and always had to win. My parents were divorced but living together. Daddy would always go back to Canada because Mom was always stealing his money, as she did mine. She stole all my money when I made a lot of money, as did my brother. And I don't talk about this often, but, I only have a couple of years left, and I might as well tell the truth. I've been asked to write a book 9 or 10 times by very big companies because of my career and because of my relationship with Christian Brando for 11 years.
Yeah.
I haven't done that. But it's just important that people go see a movie like America 3000 and just have some popcorn and have a drink, a beer, whatever, and just enjoy yourself. Just know in your heart, this is a joke. And you're going to laugh, or you're going to turn it off, most likely, because I said earlier, this movie, well, I won't repeat myself, because I'm trying to encourage people to see it. But it is worth seeing. It's incredibly action-packed. It was filmed in Israel,
Yes.
in Sidon and Masada. That's where we filmed it. And at the Dead Sea, when you float on the Dead Sea, which is really true, and the temperatures were on the average in Sodom and Masada, 130 degrees every single day. So the crew was not getting paid halfway through, and I became very close with the crew. The afternoon, and at lunchtime, here comes Itzy Cole, one of the producers, and Maniac Cop and another producer, and I said, you have no heart, you have a cash register where your heart should be. I quit this movie until you pay the crew. Pay the crew. And I stormed off the set. I was shaking, I was terrified, and I went back to my room in the hotel, at the Mariah Gardens. And Itzy Cole called me that night and he said, Laurene, my movie star, why don't you go on strike? You gotta get your part in the movie. And I said, pay the crew, and I hung up the phone. He kept calling and I kept saying, pay the crew. And then about 11 o'clock that night, he called, he said, Laurene, don't hang up. The crew, they all got paid. So I was very grateful. I was very grateful.
Women of Kansas.
I mean, Norma Ray, for the rest of the movie, they called me Norma Ray.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it for that reason. I did it because Canon Films were the only producers at that time in Israel. That's what the crew would tell me every day. The makeup artist, the DP, everybody that was on the crew relied solely on Canon Films that decided not to pay them. And Misty Cole also said to me, I don't know who told you, Laurene, who told you we didn't pay them, but when I find out, they will never work again in this town. And luckily, to this day, I'm sure nobody said who it was that told me, because 2 or 3 different people told me. And I didn't do it for accolades. I just did it because here I had this giant trailer, and it was 130 degrees outside, and all those poor crew members are not getting paid, and they're eating in the sun. So I would have everybody come into my trailer, because it was so ridiculous, my trailer. And I had a wonderful experience there, but I've always been closer to the crew. I've never been a person, an actor that hung out with the cast, and the cast always thinks I'm some kind of, or says I think I'm above it all. That's not true. That's never true. I always hang out with the crew because they're the backbone of every movie I've ever made. They work the hardest, and they get no accolades. They get no attention, ever. It's so unfair. So that's my story with America 3000.
I think you actually show a lot of empathy and you care for other people, and that's a wonderful, what do you call it? It's a wonderful thing to do.
I didn't do it to be wonderful.
But it's wonderful to do. I'm not talking about doing it because you want some credit for it. You do it because you feel for other people.
Yes, absolutely.
It's your son. Richie.
You're not my son.
I think he's back. I mean, not him exactly, but his energy or something. I need to know what happened, Mom. I need to know what really happened to him. Please.
I was in Devil's Left Hand, The Devil's Left Hand.
Yeah.
I played Sharon Stan, and he played my husband in flashbacks.
Yeah.
And John Birch is a phenomenal actor, and God, is he creepy? Is he so scary? And you know what the movie is about, right? You saw it, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's about basically, I'm not going to tell you the story except to say it's about a housewarming party, and the husband and wife played by Laurene, who's fabulous. She's the wife of director
Hardy.
Yes. Fantastic. Love Hardy. Such a caring, compassionate director he is. And anyway, Jan Birch plays this role so creepy, so scary, so weird. I was actually, when we filmed it, I really was thinking to myself, I am so glad that I don't live anywhere near this human being, because this person is really, really demented. He's the nicest person you could ever meet. Ask his wife.
Yes.
Oh God, it's a horror film, but it's about it to figure out who to trust. The guests have to figure out who to trust, because the creature that rises from the seance morphs and shape-shifting stuff. It comes from person to person, and it's classical possession with a focus on character, I'd say atmosphere, and possession, not so much gore. There's not gore in it. It's a psychological thriller where it kind of places human beings as the real monster as the time goes on. And Jan Birch is phenomenal in this movie. He truly is. He is so underrated. I don't understand why he's not the biggest superstar in the world. There's such a foreboding, ominous performance that was a wonderful actress, by the way, herself. But and Chris Riley's in it as well. Chris Riley, he plays a possessed. Sharon Stan, I've lost my mind, and then my husband comes at me, which is Jan Birch. He's possessed, and his eyes, his eyes, his exotic, incredibly exotic eyes. You see that face of his, that bone structure.
Yes.
You will never see it again in post or future history, I guarantee you. And he's so humble. And he's so sharp and humble. And I really got along with him well.
And he's so sweet. Very nice.
Yes, he is. Very forthright. He's very humble. And he's hauntingly handsome.
Yes.
Yes. And he doesn't know it, so don't tell him. Exactly.
Yes, we will have a competition where you can win a signed photo of wonderful Laurene.
I don't think you'll have 5 people, but good luck. Anyways, right?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Super sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you for being into our
so grateful.
half-hour show of Jonas Wolchers Videotek.
Thank you so much. It's quite an honor and a privilege. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.